We live in a very generous community. There are at least 2,500 social service agencies, charities, and other organizations doing good deeds across the tri-state.
Tonight, as we continue our Local 12 investigation into childhood poverty, Cincinnati's crisis, we look at one of the biggest and most generous organizations. Rich Jaffe focuses on the United Way and joins us now.
The United Way recently announced that they have met their annual goal of raising $62 million. This agency spends a lot of money investing in programs to reduce childhood poverty, and yet we continue to have one of the worst childhood poverty rates in the entire country. We wanted to know why and what can be done about it. The United Way of Greater Cincinnati is one of the largest charitable organizations in the tri-state. Each year, the agency invests more than $60 million in community programs, trying to fix the problems of poverty. But officials here admit we have a long way to go.
There are no silver bullets for this. I mean, the situation that we're in today has taken decades to get to this point.
But the poverty professionals here say two particular things take priority.
Helping people get into the jobs that they need for today and tomorrow, and providing incentives for them when they get and keep jobs, and then it's long-term getting every child prepared to succeed as they enter school.
United Way works to prepare children by funding a home visitation program called Every Child Succeeds.
We've come to a point in this community where we believe universal preschool has got to get done. I mean, if we as a community can provide access for every single 3- and 4-year-old to 2 years of quality preschool, all the local and national research shows that that can help change a trajectory. Get them on the right track to be reading by 3rd grade, which makes them much more likely to graduate high school and move on to success. It'll help their moms get back to work.
Last year, United Way contributed $2.5 million to the program, helping 2,700 families. The agency later came up with extra funding to help 150 additional families. But there are still 500 families on the waiting list. Why don't you take money from one of the programs that's not working and invest it there so you don't have all those people on a waiting list for a program that you know works?
Well, we've been doing that. We have been shifting our resources from programs that either aren't aligned to the bold goals, or they're not as effective, or they're not as accountable. We've been doing that shifting. But there is more than one program in our community that works.
One of the other programs that is working deals with jobs.
Through Partners for a Competitive Workforce, bring together employers in those industries that are hiring with all the job training organizations and make sure they're actually preparing people for jobs that exist, to become a nurse aide at Children's Hospital and then move up over time to become a nurse. Same in manufacturing, in IT as well.
That program has trained over 9,000 workers in the last 6 years, and they say 70% have advanced in their jobs. But with 85,000 people in the area looking for work, they still have a long way to go.
So we're making progress, but it's too slow.
The folks at the United Way say one of the biggest poverty problems that needs to change is the federal policy that reduces or eliminates benefits when people move up in jobs and pay. It's not uncommon for people to lose their child care benefits because they got just a minor raise, while United Way spends tens of millions of dollars every year. Next Monday, we'll look at a much less expensive program that's virtually a one-man solution to the poverty problem, and he says the answer is food. It's nothing short of amazing. Cami, Rob?
All right, we'll look forward to it. Thank you, Rich. Starting this month, the United Way of Cincinnati is kicking off a community-wide child poverty initiative that will involve sitting down with business, education, healthcare, government, and civic leaders and trying to come up with local solutions. The goal is to have an action plan in place by June. We'll keep you posted on the progress.